A trip to Disney World turns dreams into nightmares for dozens of marathon runners.
They spent last weekend at a race sponsored by the park. As CBS 2's Dorothy Tucker tells us in this original report, they returned home to credit card fraud.
What a feeling.
First came the euphoria as Dawn Drass joined 40,000 runners at the Disney Princess Half Marathon in Orlando and crossed the finish line with her daughter Caitlin.
I was on cloud 9 all day.
Then came the crash just days after the race.
At 5 o'clock this morning, I found out by Chase that I had been hacked.
For more than $1,100, according to the fraud alert.
Do you authorize these charges? So of course, I hit no.
When I looked at my account, and I also had 3 charges for Netflix, which I don't use on that credit card either.
Caitlin is Dawn's daughter, who was also at the marathon and part of a Facebook forum where dozens of other Disney runners have similar complaints about last weekend's marathon.
This woman was hit for a little over $900. Says that her mother's card was compromised at the expo. This one says mine got hit for over $1,300.
But Drass and her daughter also used their credit cards at other locations around the park that weekend. Disney won't give an official statement, but a representative says it's had no complaints from any of its guests. Drass and her daughter didn't file an official complaint, but they plan to.
It's just too much of a coincidence to ignore all of this happening to all these people over one weekend.
For both Drass and her daughter, the credit card company reimbursed them for the fraudulent charges, but they still worry that their personal information might be in the hands of hackers.
So Disneyland says they've had no official complaints, but they're at least aware of this because you brought it to their attention. Do they have any plans to further investigate?
Well, they said as soon as they get an official complaint. So I forwarded them the emails, the post that you saw. And
where do they think it happened? I heard you say the expo on Disneyland or Disney premises, but it's hard to kind of narrow it down.
It is very difficult to narrow down. I mean, the only thing that perhaps all of these people had in common was that they all registered, but then they all used their credit cards at other places as well. So
right.
Who knows? And that's what the investigation is, I'm sure, going to be about.
Right. Thank you, Dorothy.